Yo, what is going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about, very quickly, we're going to talk about the most effective way to set up your workouts, whether it's an upper body, lower body, full body day, whatever it is. What's going to get you through it the quickest, lifting the heaviest, and give you the most optimal results through your programming. So the number one rule when it comes to setting up your workouts is going to be starting off with your compound movements, starting off with your biggest movements. This can be our squat, bench, deadlift, chin-ups, dips, overhead press. If you're doing something like a lunge, anything that incorporates your full body or is very exerting, very tiring, you're gonna want to start your workout off with that. When you have the most energy, you have the most time to set yourself up for it, do those warm-up sets, building up to that biggest, heaviest set, and sticking with that weight for 3 to 4 sets total there. And furthermore, with these compound exercises, you're going to want to try and get the heaviest load during that. Following those compound exercises, slowly start bringing that intensity or exertion level down a little bit. So you're going to start off with, say, on a leg day, we're going to start with those squats, really hammer home the heavy weight, get that form nice and crisp, tire ourselves out. Then we'll move on to those smaller, more isolation movements that maybe the weight's not as heavy. We don't need to amp up ourselves as much to do. So this is going to be maybe our leg extension, some form of a step up. We could throw in some walking lunges here as well. Hamstring curls, Romanian deadlifts, something that's not going to be as overall tiring for our central nervous system, for our motivation. We don't want to be in that mental fatigue, mental fog while we're getting through our workouts or having to do anything heavy lifting wise. So furthermore, when it comes to our upper body days, we're going to start off obviously with our bench, our dips, our chin-ups, our pull-ups, something like that that's really exerting, really tiring. You're not exactly in a rush to get that last set done kind of thing. And then we move off to maybe a secondary pressing motion like an incline press, a decline press, chest flies, or for our back, things like our rows, more pulling motions like our bicep curls as well. Now, over our whole week of training training sessions, we're gonna wanna make sure we're getting 18 to 24 sets per muscle group per week. So this is gonna be something like 3 exercises for 3 sets a day and doing it twice a week. Boom, that's our 3 times 3, 9 sets in one session. Multiplied by the second session in the week, we got 18. That's our minimal. And then every week through that cycle, let's just throw on another set or 2 onto our biggest lift there, and then moving to our secondary lift, our third lift. And then by the end of 5 to 6 weeks, we're gonna start hitting those 24 sets per week, training volume per muscle group. Now what this is gonna do is give you progressive overload built into your programming through your entire cycle before you start changing up those exercises, change up those exercise selections so you give your muscles some variation, some different stimulus. Again, try and create that different stimulus so you can help continue building muscle and we don't want to flatten off. If we're working, adding more reps, more sets, and more weight, and it starts staggering off, that's when we change up those exercises. It dips back down and then we build back up, and that's that pattern we want to simulate through all of our training. So 18 to 24 sets per muscle group per week, building it up. And then just like I alluded to there, every 4 to 6 weeks, change up that exercise program, mix up those exercise selections so you can still stick with our biggest movements, our squat, bench, deadlift, dips, chin-ups, pull-ups, just those accessory movements, those secondary things where you're really taking your muscles down to failure. Let's go ahead and replace those with something. Say we're doing just a preacher curl, standing there with our with our big bar and some bicep curls. Let's change up to single arm hammer curls, change up that grip a little bit in our wrist, change up the arm angle so you can do preacher curls with our arms supported by one of those machines, or lined on an incline bench, having that arm out behind us, changing up that angle. Something as simple as that arm angle, your grip on a chin up, pull up, or just neutral grip chin up can change things so much for your body, change up that stimulus. You'll feel stronger, weaker through all these movements. Similarly with that neutral grip hammer curl, supinated or pronated, where our wrists up or facing down. Furthermore, close, wide grip bench press, pause on that bench press, throw a pause in your squat, throw a pause or hold at the top of your deadlift, switch up to a sumo deadlift, switch up to a trap bar, whatever it is to give yourself a little bit something different. That's also gonna help it keep fresh for you, keep that your working out regime, routine a little bit new ways to challenge yourself. If you're finding yourself in a bit of a slog, not quite adding on more weight, more reps like you're wanting to with some of these things, let's go ahead and change up those exercises, give yourself a different goal to work on, keep that motivation going so you come into every day to that gym working hard and ready to push yourself to that next level. Well, guys, if you have any other tips or tricks that I didn't quite touch on here, I love to hear them down in that comment section below. If you like the video, you want to see more stuff like this, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.